Night one. It, by the time we're recording this, it is still February 1st. Night one of our 28-day zombie marathon. Let's
28
go!
movies later.
28 movies later. It's day one. When we're recording this, it's February 1, so it still counts. We watched Night of the Living Dead! George A. Romero! Classic. It's like classic zombie movie right there, man. It's like it's one of these zombie movies. I mean, hey,
And he didn't get a single cent from it.
he didn't get a single cent from it. Let's go copyright. Yeah. Hey, at least it's free domain now, and we can watch it all on YouTube. So hey, there's that. So woo. But yeah, no. Watching Night of the Living Dead, it's like, yeah, you can see why this, it's like a classic zombie movie, man. It's like, again, it's like one of these zombie movies. Just like started off like pretty much like the boom, essentially. I mean, yeah, it's a classic, man. It's good. It's good, man. I don't know what to say. I think it's impressive that they were working really hard on making this movie, and the lengths they went to make this happen with like what is essentially like a shoestring budget. Because when we were watching it, I remember I looked up like the budget for this movie. It was like 114,000. Damn, the budget. I know, Nick. The budget's so cheap that it's making you cough. I can't blame you, man. But like, it was like 114,000, and like, according to inflation calculator, at least the one I used, like, that's like a little over $1 million nowadays. And like movies nowadays for $1 million that's pretty much a shoestring budget. You're not gonna really get much done with $1 million.
Yeah.
The risk of
Mm.
dating ourselves. What does indie filmmaker Mark Fishbaum's movie Iron Lung budget is?
I can look that up real quick. Actually, hold on, real quick. Let's see here. Iron Lung budget. All right. Well, we'll just go with Google AI because I'm too lazy at the moment. So take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, it's like around like $3 million, which is, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That like is being really successful for like $3 million, man. Congrats to Mark.
Like, not far off from the inflation price costs.
Yeah. So no, I like it when movies are able to like come together with like such little budget, because it allows you to be creative with what you gotta do. Like, you said, Nick, that like black and white is like the movie reason why the movie's black and white is because they didn't like they couldn't like afford lighting or something like that.
They decided they get to save cost instead of getting like budget out to lighting.
Mhm.
They'll just do it black and white to
Yeah.
save on it.
So they very much, like, so like it's really neat. And like even like the zombies like themselves, like it's kind of fun to see how they like are able to like spare the budget so they can make it work. It's like, oh, like you see like a dead woman in a house, and it's like, damn, it's just her skull and like an eyeball popping out. Meanwhile, everyone else outside, it's like, okay, we don't really got much to do with makeup, so I don't know, do like a funny little thing with your mouth. What do this? Kind of like my mouth dripping. Yeah, that's great, perfect. Now you're a zombie. Okay. Zombie.
It's probably like the very sullen eye, very sunken sullen eyes, and the pale complexion. Everyone was relatively clean.
Yeah, but
There's no.
that's not a bad thing though. Like it's just fun. There's a charm
It's
to it.
not.
There's a
I
charm
like
to it.
like going back from how many zombie movies uh are nowadays to this, it's like it feels very surreal in the best way.
Mm. Yeah. So I really like it. Like, it's just a fun little zombie movie, man. I gotta say, um, I dig it. I I will say this though, at least from my perspective. So the ending that everyone likes to talk about with everyone shooting Ben. So I gotta say, from my perspective, I understand that like the intention was that there was never like an intention behind it to portray like racism and all that. It's just something that people kind of read watching the movie. It's like, oh my gosh, they shot the black man. This shows the racism in our country and stuff. Even though that was not the intention, they just wanted to show like the horrors of this incident. Oh, they thought he was a zombie. So it's tragedy,
And
really.
the entire movie is about how communications between people are breaking down.
Yeah.
And people are just not trusting each other. So it's apropos that the movie just ends with a group of people just not trusting one person.
Yeah, like you can see that clearly with Ben and the other guy, not Tom, the dad. I forgot that character's name, to be honest.
Cooper.
Cooper. Like you can see they definitely don't get along pretty much throughout the whole movie, and it ends with Ben shooting Cooper. So like but from my perspective, I get that the intention was never the whole like racist angle that people say, but at the same time, like I kind of understand though why people would like view it through that lens, like around like the time the movie came out and stuff. Probably doesn't help. Was it like this like so because like 1960, this is still like deep in civil rights era, right?
Like Chang's in just like a few days,
Mm-hmm.
when this movie will pass, like just a few days of this movie being shown in theaters, Martin Luther King got assassinated.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Damn.
it was like fresh on everyone's minds.
Mmm. That's 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 timing, all right. I gotta say. I mean, it sucks, but damn, that's a hell of a timing. So like, but like because of that, like I understand why people would come to view that ending as like through the lens of, oh, this could be a commentary on racism. I think it's kind of interesting when movies can have like an unintentional message, whether it was meant to be or not. Like whether like obviously like the movie was not supposed to commentate on racism with the ending, but I think it's kind of interesting that again with like the time this movie came out and stuff, and again like you said, like just a couple days later, Martin Luther is shot. Like it's kind of you kind of see why people would view it as, oh, it must be racism, even though it was never meant to be that.
It very much is, people kind of pointing at specific from how general the message is, because
Mm,
like I said, this whole entire movie is just about how, like, as this outbreak comes out, and and chaos is more or less on the street, people just start mistrusting each other.
yeah.
uh and like, with Cooper, you can kind of read a bit of a racist idea down onto it, but like in general, it's just, Cooper and Ben are not willing to just hear each other out.
Hmm. So yeah, but no, but like I think from my perspective, like if you want to view the ending of the movie like as like a racial subtext or whatever, it's I guess from my perspective, it's like it was not meant to be that, but again, like I can understand why people would come to view it that way. And, hey, more power to them, I guess. Like at the end of the day, it's still the message is still that whether it was because of racism or just general mistrust, no one could communicate, and thus it's a tragic ending. But yeah, no, it's a cool zombie movie. Like it's really neat how they were able to have those ideas and themes in like a movie that like again like this pretty much like became the zombie movie going forward.
It was
What I think is interesting is as
Mm.
the zombie movie, like it's one that started it all. The zombies are kind of like not what you would picture with a lot of the
Yeah.
modern aspect. I mean, you got the slow moving aspects.
Hmm.
But I would say that's not until like they get to the house because like the first zombie was pretty fast
Yeah, that.
and like they're using tools
Yeah, they're using
and
tools,
like
man.
they're afraid of fire. So like there's a lot of elements uh, that you wouldn't expect from the modern zombie, and it would actually like what you would find as the typical zombie. You probably wouldn't get until Dawn.
Mm. Yeah, so it's interesting.
it's funny to think that like a movie kind of planned between John Romero and John Russo it was just a horror comedy about two aliens getting lost on Earth, and then like them kind of coming to grips with like, well, we're not gonna have the budget of just like making just making like a convincing spaceship.
Hmm.
So it's like we're really gonna have to like figure out a way to make a movie within our budget range, and it's like, well, Romero had a short story, had an unpublished short story about like the folk tale, the folklore cool,
Hmm.
and also just heavy inspiration with Richard Matheson's I Am Legend.
Mm.
Yeah. He creates this whole story of like these it's like throughout the movie, they kind of mention it's like, oh, these are corpses rising from the grave.
Mhm.
It's almost like this entire movie almost kind of just feels like also just a folklore story, just like here ghouls
Yeah.
just invading this house,
Hmm.
and these people are just so unlucky because there's not like one of them, there's like a horde of them.
Yeah. Man, that was cool of Will Smith to inspire George like that. That was cool of him. No, but yeah, I also think like it's kind of interesting. You could argue that like there's a bit still of like that space element there with like the scientists on the news they're arguing like, oh, maybe it was like like radiation that is making them come back from the dead. Ooh.
A meteorite struck the earth, and now the ozone layer has been cut, and now all the radiation just pouring out into it.
Yeah, which is also kind of funny to think because like this is very clearly early understanding of like radiation and stuff. So like it's just kind of is this this is early sci-fi. So it's just fun to see like, oh, uh, space radiation can just bring bodies back from the dead. It can just do that. Whoa, that's so cool. Like, I mean, like this type of thinking is why we got like the Hulk. It's like, oh, what the super radiation just made this man become giant and green and angry. Ooh, it's fun. I love early sci-fi. So, but yeah, but you can see like you can argue there's a little bit still of that like sci-fi element, like the aliens and like space radiation, but it is mostly just like something that you can maybe put together as like a cause. But like even then, like there's everyone on the news when they were talking about that, was like we don't know for sure. It could be the radiation. We don't know. Just saying. So, uh, yeah, no, I again, I really like Night of the Living Dead. This was fun. Uh, it is kind of funny because I know later this month we're gonna be watching the remake, and I'm kind of curious what that's gonna be like, to be honest. So, is would you say that's the best of the remakes
By far.
by far? Okay,
To be fair,
yeah.
uh, the Night of the Living Dead remake is more like more true to the source
Ah, okay.
than the other two. Than the other two. I
Okay.
like Dawn, but it is a separate movie than the original Dawn.
Yeah, that is true. It is very different.
And
Oh.
Day, oh boy, wait till we get to Day.
Oh, I'm so excited for Day. I've never seen the remake. I hope it's just really awful. That could be fun.
It is. It's gonna be great.
Oh, that's great. But yeah. So I don't know. That's pretty much all I gotta say on Night of the Living Dead at the moment. You guys got anything last things to say about the movie?
What was that? You could, like, in the late 60s, you can just go to like a butcher shop and like buy like pounds of meat and like sausage. And they won't question you as to why you're doing this. So that you can have it in your movie.
Mm.
And Romero's been doing this up until like Day. And it's a great effect, because it's like, it's animal entrails, which could look very close to human.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So, hold on. Oh, there we go. That's my rating of the movie. It's a burp out of 10. Take it however you will. So, all right. So yeah, that's pretty much day one, night one of February of our 28 movies later marathon. So next up is, well, Dawn. So that should be fun. We're going to a shopping mall, guys! Woo! Aren't you guys excited?
We would play the gonk to play us out, but I'm pretty sure that unlike this movie, that's copyrighted.
Aww. So, all right. So look forward to the next big video, Dawn of the Living Dead. That should be fun. So yeah, see ya.